Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story. We're in one of these decks, and sometimes all of the decks. There should be a story in here for you, but I want you to at least first try to focus on the card or the deck that is resonating with your energy the most. So let me hold up each one, starting with deck number 1. Is your energy resonating here? Could your story be within this deck? Forgot to press. Okay, or could your story be in deck number 2? Is your energy resonating here in deck number 2? All right, or could your story be here in deck number 3? Is your energy resonating here? All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here. Starting with deck number 1. And when I started this video, it was 1:44 my time. I'm trying to do the videos earlier. All right, so let's see what we have. We have the Fool, King of Cups, Princess of Swords, King of Wands, the Hanged Man. We have the Magician, Seven of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Okay, so I'm getting someone who is coming off as a little defensive, maybe because they're just coming out of some sort of breakup, whether it's you or someone else. So in regards to a relationship, I also feel like maybe someone was confronted, maybe someone was trying to set some sort of boundaries. I feel that maybe someone felt very defensive, and there was something going on in the relationship where, I don't know, I just kind of feel that someone just decided to stay away. Now, what I'm also getting here is that it looks like an ex was trying to approach or re-enter your life, or maybe this is something that's getting ready to happen, and you're having to set boundaries with this ex. You're having to tell them no. Stay away a minute, you know, our time was our time, or I said I needed space, or you betray me, I just don't want to get back. So I feel like somebody is having to fight off an ex. I also feel like someone is trying to mislead you or distract you from whatever it is that you're trying to do. Maybe you're trying to focus on you, you know, maybe you're trying to focus on a new love, but someone is trying to distract you from that. Or this could also be you. Maybe you're trying to distract someone and your ex is just like, stay away, you know, I'm not interested. Now also I can see this in regards to a job situation. It's almost like you're having to defend yourself at the place of work. I feel like you're having to outsmart your competitors. You may have some sort of edge over your competitors when it comes to career. I'm getting the energy of someone who is multi-talented. I also feel like you may be the one that is being selected in a competitive field. So if you were interviewing for a job, I'm feeling like you had to put on a very good performance. Whatever you said, whatever you did, I just almost feel like somebody went in shucking and jiving and tap dancing to get hired. And I'm feeling like whatever you're doing, you may be the one that is selected. Now, you may not get a response right away, but I do feel like you left an impression. If it's not about starting a new job or interviewing, just at the place of work in general, you might be someone who is quite the charmer. And maybe people don't like that. Maybe people are against you. Or there is a situation at your job where you're upset with a coworker because you feel that they're phony. It's like you're putting in all the work while they're dancing around, running their mouth, and then taking the credit for their own. They're just like dealing with someone who is just doing the most. Now, I also get playboy energy for some of you, so be mindful of that. Someone may be wearing a mask in order to get your attention. It's like someone is pulling out all the stops to try and get someone's attention here. Some of you also may be ignored, like maybe someone is ignoring you, or you are ignoring someone. But what I'm getting mostly here, if I'm just to look at these energies, with the Fool, I feel like you're getting ready to start some sort of new journey, new chapter in your life. I feel like you're getting a gentle nudge from your spirit guides. You're being asked to follow your intuition. I almost feel like this is some sort of whispering. Maybe whispering from your spirit guides or your ancestors. Someone may be trying to nudge you towards a water sign, or a water sign is being nudged towards you. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, there's multiple signs involved. Could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag. But I feel like someone is kind of being guided towards you, or you are being guided towards this person. I also feel that there could be some sort of mind games going on between two individuals. I'm seeing something about like mother, father, child. This could be a situation where the baby's mother or baby's father is trying to manipulate you into doing things, or throwing or dangling the child in your face for whatever reason, or you could be doing that. I feel like someone is using the child as manipulation here, like making threats. Like, if you do this, then you can't see the child anymore, or I won't let you see your baby. Or someone might be lying and trying to hurt you and saying it's not even your child. And the other person is just like, why would you say something like that? You know it's your child. So I don't know. I feel there's almost like this torn energy with a child. It could be too that two people are wanting to separate, wanting to go their separate ways. Well, I'm sorry, just one of the parties is ready to leave a situation. It's like, I'm tired of this relationship. I'm ready for something new. We tried, it didn't work, and I'm just ready to let go and detach. And they're trying to pull all sorts of tricks out of their hat to try and get you to stay. So there is some sort of manipulative energies going on. Now, also on a positive note, I see a couple of things from a positive standpoint. I see someone who is multi-talented. I feel like you may have maybe making money from different streams of income. Like you make money through here, through there, through this, through that, you know. So and you have more than one gift. Like spiritually, you might be intuitive, psychic, a medium. You know, you can read ruins, just some of everything. You're like, oh yeah, I know how to do this too. So I feel like some of you are just very talented when it comes to some sort of gift. If you are in the entertainment business, I feel like someone is a triple threat. You know, you can sing, act, and dance. You know, it's just like, no, I'm very good at all of these things. I see someone too who's very good at mimicking. Someone can either imitate someone's voice, behaviors. Someone is like a quick study. Be careful of the type of people that, you know, you hang with, because I almost feel like someone is very good at picking up pieces of information, and they know how to piece an entire personality together based off of, I almost want to say like algorithms. Like all these people are algorithms, and it's just like I'm using some of this, some of that, and I'm creating this perfect image for this particular person or for this particular job. Spiritually, you're being asked to that you should tap into all of your gifts. Don't just focus on one thing. You don't have to just stop at one thing. However, make sure that you are completing, because I'm starting to get like Gemini energy. It's like you're not completing anything. It's like, yeah, you can do all of that, but let's try to focus on one thing, get that started, then we move on to the next thing and get that started, then we move on. So it's like you can do all of it, but you need to like complete each one. Don't just stop and go. Don't delve and stop. Something else I was getting. Yeah, I see someone too who's like a producer or a music producer. Someone may be delving into that or getting back into it. So maybe you used to be a performer or entertainer, and all of a sudden you're like, I feel like creating again. Because I'm seeing like a lot of creativity dealing with emotions. There's someone who's using their emotions to express themselves through song, or poetry, or, you know, story writing, filmmaking. I do see like someone too who likes to work behind the scenes. This person is like a director, or they're the person, yeah, it's like they call all the shots. They're like, I'm in charge. I have the vision. I'm the head behind all of this. So someone also may be wearing multi hats. You know how when you go to the movies and you see someone has like their name is like on every credit. It's like starring, written by, directed by, produced by, you know, so someone is just like wearing all the credits when it comes to something like that and creativity. So I do see someone who they like to stick their hand in the jar. Now it could be a situation too where there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Could be some sort of clashing of egos. There also could be some sort of power struggles with you and a love interest that kind of leads to some sort of stagnation. So if it could be a situation where you guys are wanting things to happen. You guys are both trying to steer the other person in your direction. Both people are trying to take the lead. No one wants to be the follower. And there's a need for someone to allow someone to have the lead, to fall back and let the other person lead in a situation. I'm getting to someone who I'm getting like a strong single father vibe. I'm feeling like there is a man who either has a daughter or he really wants a daughter, and he might be out searching for the woman that can have his child. He's being this man is coming off as very sensitive and nurturing, very intuitive. Very intuitive. Some of you, and I've mentioned this in, I think, the Gemini reading, Maybe someone has been dreaming of fish or pregnancies. Someone is able to read you very good. So try your best to be your authentic self. Because if you're showing off, if you're doing things that are just too extra, they can see through this. This person is like, I know that's not you. I know that's not who you really are. So make sure that you're just being your authentic self. I'm getting again something in regards to dreams, daydreaming. Someone may be daydreaming about you or you them. I also feel like for some of you, you might need to take a break or go into isolation. You're being asked to surrender yourself. There's a need to kind of surrender to your current circumstances and try not to force anything. Just allow things to play out. Learn how to just live in the moment. Try your best not to jump to conclusions. I do also feel like someone may be falling in love. So if you are falling in love, I feel like there's a need for you to allow it to happen. Yeah, I feel like you're being guided here. I feel like there's a strong message in regards to listening to your intuition. Let me look here at the Fool. Now, I also feel like if this is a matter of you're single, but you have options. Maybe an ex is trying to come into the picture, a new person, maybe someone you're familiar with. You know, you have options. And I feel like there's a need for you to just kind of distance yourself from all of these people until you can see something from a different perspective. You need to see your life from a different perspective, or you need to see one of these people from a different perspective. I feel like someone is going to have some sort of realization or clarity about a situation. Don't be superstitious of black cats. I feel like that's good luck for you. I see it bringing wealth or abundance if you do see a black cat. I also feel like there are some sort of messages. You might have a spirit animal that's a bird. Somebody also feels as if something is out of their reach, but it's not. Something is unattainable, but it's not. That's in your imagination. Something's being confirmed here. Something's being confirmed that you're having a telepathic connection with somebody. Something is being confirmed that someone is your soulmate or the person that you've been searching for. I feel like you're going to by you just being a fool and just saying, you know what, I don't care, I'm just going to take some sort of risk. By you taking some sort of leap of faith, it's going to bring you happiness. It's going to give you a sense of peace. See, like I was saying, you're being connected to a soulmate here. You're having some sort of conversation, whether you know it or not, with somebody intuitively. Like somebody's been speaking with you and you them. It's almost like you guys have been exchanging energies. So you're connecting with someone who's very spiritual. I also feel like in matters of career, you're being led to the path that you're on is leading you towards either fame or popularity. You might suddenly become recognized for your any type of talent that you have. You might be getting recognized for being a medium, or a channeler or psychic. You might be getting recognized, recognition for being a producer or a singer or a writer. Like, I feel like someone is going to have their 15 minutes of fame. Hopefully it extends longer than that. But career-wise, I feel that you are going to get the recognition you deserve by taking some sort of risk, and it's going to pay off. You're going to see that following your intuition paid off. See, they're looking at the cup here, and I feel like water and cups, that's about your intuition, and you are hesitant. And this is like your spirit guide, and they're just kind of they're protecting you. Their energy is, they're staying close enough to let you know that you're on the right track here. This also makes me think of, like when you go to one of those places and you're debating if you should jump off that cliff into that stream of water, like if you're by like a waterfall, and everybody's jumping off and you get to the edge and you're like, oh my God. And it's almost like someone kind of pushes you off the edge. But I don't feel like someone necessarily pushes you. I just kind of feel like these are the people just kind of shouting like, do it, do it, do it. And then all of a sudden you have that flash of, it's okay, everything's going to be okay. And you just do it. And everything is okay. You come out all right. See, I'm looking again. Here's that waterfall, that stream here. Because right now, too, especially too, if there's some sort of stagnation, it's because someone is afraid to take that risk. But it's going to be okay. You're going to be happy that you took a risk. There is a risk that's paying off, both either in career or romance. See, someone is trying to be too meticulous. Someone is trying to overplan. And some things you just can't plan. You just can't map it out. You just have to be in the moment and live that life here. Solo. I see someone solo. Someone's doing something solo. Either someone just separated, so now they're single and available. Or it's like, it's just the right moment. It's like something needs to happen, like, right now. I almost want to say, if there is competition in regards to who you're interested in, you might want to take that risk and put it out there. Like, I feel like there's just this window of opportunity, this flash of opportunity. And it's like, do it, say it, do it, say it. So there's something that you just need to just plunge into. I feel like you're going to do it anyway, regardless had you seen this reading or not. I feel like it's something that you need to do. But just in case you need a confirmation, should you do it? Should you say it? Yes, just do it. Now, I also feel like someone may be going on a solo trip. They're like, I'm going to just go travel by myself. I don't need anybody to come with me. I don't need your approval. Someone doesn't need someone's approval for something. Especially too if it's dealing with family. It's like, you know what, I'm my own person, I'm my own individual self, and that's what I'm going to do. So someone has a sudden boost of confidence to do something on their own. It's like they're going rogue. Someone is not listening to rules or structure or tradition. This could be something as simple as, I'm going to dinner by myself. I don't need someone to tell. I don't need validation, that I'm beautiful. I can go prove that by myself by going out to eat. I don't need validation of this or that. You know, I don't care about my body. You know, I don't need anyone to tell me my body looks good. I believe in my body. I'm my own validation. So I just kind of feel like you don't need anyone's approval or validation for anything. You're just kind of doing things on your own here. Someone is a born leader. I also feel to anyone who is pregnant or having a baby, they're coming off as very masculine. So if it's not a child, if it's not a boy, then the girl, she will be like very masculine. But I feel too like there's something very significant about your child if you're pregnant, or if you become pregnant within, you know, this time frame. There's something significant about that child. This child may be someone who is a revolutionist, someone who is also the first of something. Something very unique about your child. Also, creatively, you may be the first of something. You may be doing something very innovative career-wise. Like, no one ever thought to do that. How come no one ever thought to do this? It's by being your own individual self that brings you fame or recognition. The Hanged Man is realizing, the Hanged Man is going to be inspired. Someone's going to be inspired through sleep or meditation or while in deep thought. They're going to be inspired to create something new, invent something new. They're going to be inspired to pursue the person that they love or realize that they are in love with someone or attracted to someone, or that they need to move. It's like, you know what, I'm just going to move, or I'm just going to travel. It's like I feel like someone has like this moment of clarity. All right, so let me stop. Whoops, see? You all need to meditate. Somebody need to meditate. I feel like there's a need for you to meditate. Like, as soon as you get the opportunity, as soon as everything is peace and quiet, even if you have to wait till later on when everyone's asleep, you need to meditate. I feel like something in regards to meditation, or if you're into self-hypnosis, that needs to be done, because something's going to be revealed to you during that that state of mind. All right, so let's go on to deck number 2. How did I forget that quick? Okay, yeah, this is deck number 2. Oh, okay. 10 of Swords. The Moon. Ooh, the 8 of Cups. The Devil. The Lovers. We've got the Knight of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. What is going on with deck number 2? That's interesting. Okay. Central issue here. Something in regards to family, tradition, finances, and making some sort of quick decision. Some of you have been thinking about family a lot. Something about the image. I almost feel like someone is like looking at family albums, or someone is trying to understand something about family. Maybe you're trying to figure out how you're related to someone. You're trying to figure out, where did this come from? So health wise, let's just say you have eczema. You're like, who else in our family had eczema? Where is this coming from? I just kind of feel like there's some sort of research being done on the family, maybe for medical reasons, or for spiritual reasons, or for love reasons. Trying to figure out, did this happen in the family? Like, did this ever happen to my grandma or my great grandpa, or maybe you're trying to figure out whose side of the family is what. Like, there could also be something going on with your in-laws. You're trying to figure something out about your extended family. So your extended family, I'm not talking about your brothers, sisters, mother, father. I'm talking more so about grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, or in-laws, or step family as well. But not the close blood, mother, father, sister, brother family. Something that you're trying to understand or figure out or see from a different perspective. Now, too, it could have been a situation where maybe someone is trying to write a will or figure out a will. Maybe there was some sort of inheritance that was left to you, and you have all this money, but now you're like, what to do with it? I feel like someone is trying to sort something out. Someone may be wondering if they should leave the family business to somebody. Looking at the Lovers here, your love life may be affected by family. You may have fallen in love, and I've said this before, with a family member. Again, that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about like your close brother, sister, mother, father, but like an in-law, a cousin, hopefully not aunt and uncles, but like distant cousins, something like that. And there's a decision to make. Maybe you're like, are we really related? Are we really related? Can this work? What would the people say? What about my reputation? Or what about our reputation? Or, like it's a close family friend, or that in-law or something. Like, something kinky, like I'm crushing on my brother-in-law, or I'm crushing on my sister-in-law. We've been talking in secret. We've been having these conversations. We feel a connection. This is awkward. What do we do? So I feel like they're in a love situation. There's choices in that. Now, in regards to finances, you might be having to decide on, a job. Maybe you got a new job offer, something opened up for you. And it means that, maybe you have to uproot the family. Maybe you're going to have to relocate. Maybe it's something that, maybe you're entering a political field, and you got skeletons in your closet. Though there's a possibility that those things could come out. So maybe there's some sort of risk involved with a new career or new occupation. Something's going on with that. Financially, I do feel though that your finances are stable. And now you're just trying to figure out how to move the money around, what to save, what to use, what to invest in. Maybe you are someone who is into real estate, or you're dealing with someone who's into real estate. So some of you may be considering something could be going on where the home has to be extended. So either it could be someone needs to come to you to live for a little while, or you need to stay with somebody, because this is also looking like extension of a family to me. And like I said, it could just simply mean like, even if you only live in a 3-bedroom apartment, it's like, hey, you got an extra room. This person needs that. So you might be viewed as the person with abundance, material abundance. You have what someone needs. This can also be sorting out, this can also be some sort of business partnership. I feel too that, the only other taboo thing going on I'm seeing is that you might be considering or contemplating entering a relationship where this person is already in an established relationship. If they're not an established relationship, it's still something in regards to like the baby's mother or father. It's still like they're an extended part of the family because they share that link now, the child. So they're still in that person's lives. Maybe that's new to you. Like, oh, I never dated anyone that had children, or a baby's mom, an active baby's mom or father. The father's always gone or the mother's always gone. This is my first time where it's like we have to be a blended family or an extended family. But then on a sneaky side, it could be a situation where, like I said, you're entering a union, considering entering a union where this person is already in an established relationship. So either it's an open relationship or it's a secret. It's like, I know they're married, but we're messing around, we're fooling around because we love each other. Now, I know a lot of people don't like, when I talk about this, but the lovers to me indicates a connection that has a higher purpose. There's an angel involved. This is something that has been in the works. This is something that was an arrangement. This is divinely guided. It's not just a regular, oh, she looks good, he looks good. Yes, it starts off like that, but that is just how, that's the trap. That's the spirit trap. It's like, hey, there's a lesson in this, or hey, this person needed to get your attention because you're in a codependent relationship. We got to get you out of this codependent relationship. So we had to send this person to you. This person is going to be the person that can break you away from this toxic energy here. This is the person that's going to enlighten you. You are meant to go on a spiritual path. You're not supposed to remain on this materialistic path or only focusing on things dealing with the material world. Like, this person is a leader or someone who can enlighten you. So it is that situation too, where when a student is ready, the teacher arrives, or the guru, or whatever you want to call it. And I feel like this is that situation too. I have two completely different dynamic relationships. I get a karmic relationship and I get a twin flame relationship. Someone may be needing to choose. I get a relationship where someone will be a reflection of your inner light, unconditional love. And I get a relationship where someone is reflecting your primal desires, your physical. It's all about the physical. It's all about the mundane. There's also the possibility that there's a need of a possibility that you met someone that displays both of these energies, but there's a need to merge. There's a need to heal from this, because the devil is always excessiveness, is, even though, yes, I know it's Capricorn, and I know that it's nothing wrong with, sex and stuff like that, but usually when the devil shows up, it's showing that something is excessive. So there's a need to kind of pull out of that. This person is in darkness. And I feel like the devil is teasing too. Like, there's a light here, but you're surrounded in darkness. The devil, I feel like the devil plays tricks to keep you stuck with him, because really the devil is lonely. And these are like his puppets. So it's like you might be a puppet to somebody or someone's plaything and nothing more. This is someone who is just using people's energies, and not giving anything in return. Like, I don't have anything for you, but you are here strictly as my jesters, as my entertainment here. And I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to see the light. So someone is, you could also keep getting trapped in a situation where you're stuck in darkness and you can't see the light. But this person here, they're here to show you the light. They're here to awaken you, to show you that there's more to life than just sex, TV, games, sports. It's like, hey, you have something, you have an inner God. You have the power of enlightenment or manifestation, and you need to awaken that. So I feel like this is a shadow side. This person is here to shine light on your shadow side, or here to help guide you out of the darkness. Now, speaking spiritually, I also saw that as someone who has the gift to bring the dead and guide them to the light, those who are trapped in this realm that don't realize they've crossed over, or that don't realize that, hey, there's other planets or dimensions better than this 3D. Like, get out of here. This is energy that still thinks that Earth was like the best thing ever, the best experience ever. And it's just like, get the fuck out of this 3D realm. There's a 4D, there's a 5D, there's a 6D. Like, there's other shit to get into. So spiritually, you may be one that can guide the dead. I'm getting something about Anubis too. Someone is like guiding people out of the darkness. If you are a spiritual person or an empath and you feel like depressed all the time, you might have negative energies attached to you. This could be some sort of negative energies that are attached, some sort of low vibrational energies, like energy vampires just nesting off of you. They're leeches, draining you. If you find yourself falling out, tired all the time, it could be because you're an empath and you're allowing all these lower energies to feed off of you. Stop it. You got to cut your supply off. It's okay to help, but you got to know when to cut your supply off. So I feel like someone is leading people out of darkness and into the light. People couldn't see it. You might also taking it back to a mundane level, getting involved with someone. Let's say that it's not necessarily that this person is in a relationship, but I feel like someone is struggling to let go of a twin flame, or someone is struggling to let go of, the past, and they need assistance. It's almost like you coming into their life is going to awaken this person. It's going to help them to realize that they need to walk away from something that wasn't good. And although I know I'm speaking about being a wounded healer, and someone saying, who's going to take care of me? Who took care of you? Who made you a better person? You don't think your last person made you a better person? So I feel like too, people don't realize that is kind of like a cycle of relationships. And two, that it doesn't mean that you aren't going to end up with this person, especially let's just say you like this person, you're attracted to them, and you're like, I don't want to just be their helper. I'm tired of being a wounded healer. It doesn't necessarily mean that you won't get to be with this person, but, it's almost like that's what it starts off as, Now, you can walk away if you want to, but wouldn't you like it? Of course, you don't need anyone to help you either. How could I put this? Because I know people are like, well, you shouldn't need anybody to help you get out of the dark. No, you shouldn't. But sometimes it happens that way. Sometimes you need that extra boost, so that you can start seeing your own inner self. I mean, if my twin hadn't came along, yes, he put me through hell when he left, but I needed that. He needed to come into my life first, to help me realize things about my self-worth. He was very loving. He was always complimenting me and focusing on all my positive aspects. But then when things went south, that's when the shadow side came out. And then I didn't realize, like, hey, I'm obsessive. Hey, I'm codependent. Hey, I don't know how to be alone. Like when he left, I learned detachment. I learned surrender. I learned everything to help me stand on my own 2 feet. So maybe too, this person is going through that. Maybe this person has already been going through some sort of healing, but they're still kind of sad. Maybe they're at a point where like, I've healed, but now I don't have anybody. And now they're starting to kind of go backwards, starting to feel like, well, what was all that hard work? What was all that self-healing for, only to be alone? So you may be crossing paths with someone who is at a crossroads in their life where they're in between being healed and depression or something. Because I feel like maybe someone is starting to lose hope or lose faith. And this can be you too. Now, so I'm getting like a lot of messages coming out here, and I'm not even finished. So also what I'm getting here is that someone may have entered your life and changed it forever. Or maybe you are that catalyst for somebody. Because this is like having a death of an ego here. This is having to shed some sort of beliefs, whatever it is that you thought was valuable. You were like, I thought these things were valuable. It's like none of those things were valuable. You're learning a whole new thing about what's truly valuable, what you should go by. So you're having to let go of a lot of things. This is you walking away and having to take on a new identity. This is also facing your fears here. This is someone who's ready to face their fears. Man, I really feel like someone is stuck in a dark place, but it leads to this. You're being aligned. If you go through any type of depression or something, like you feel like just when you feel like at your worst, you could be having some sort of stress or mental breakdown within these next few days. Just when you feel like you give up, you can't take it anymore, you've exhausted yourself, you've exhausted your energy, here comes the light. Here comes the bright light. Look at how all of these are just dark, dark, dark. Everything's dark. And now you're awakening here. Now you see the light. Now you understand why you had to go through this process. But you're going to have to crawl through the darkness before you can see the light. But I feel like this is promised to you. So I'm almost seeing like someone crawling. It could be a series of events that happen where you feel like you're being just beat up or defeated. But this is something that has to happen. I see too, someone who is part of your journey. Like someone is like, meet me halfway, or I came here to meet you, or I was on the same path or the same road as you. So whatever this energy is, I feel like you guys have been on the same road, just on separate sides. It's like maybe you didn't even know this person existed before a certain time frame, but now you guys, it's like you've been walking, imagine you've been walking through a dark valley. And you just been walking and walking for days on end, and then all of a sudden you look over to your right or you look over to your left and somebody else is walking too, and it's like, where'd you come from? Like, I've been walking here too. How long you been walking in this valley? About 3 months. Me too. Where have you been? Like, I almost feel like someone who was on the same dark path as you didn't even know. You thought you were walking alone, but you weren't. Your shadow was right next to you. This person, your other half, your divine counterpart. was right next to you, going through it with you. So all of this stuff is in preparation. Now, I know I was speaking a lot on love, but even if you're on some sort of dark path, you're getting ready to go see the light here. Maybe you were someone who's been suffering through some sort of codependency. Maybe you've been someone that is trapped in a dark place. Whether it's career, you're locked into some sort of contract, you hate it, but you're just kind of repaying this karmic debt. You're like, I guess this is my karma. This is my karma. I have to walk it. And all of a sudden you reach the end of the light. You're like, I'm finished. That's it. I could go now. So I feel like you're being released from all of that energy here. So you might find that new job. You might find that new love. You might find that new home that you've been looking for. You might come into that money that you needed, or that assistance. But spiritually, I really feel like this is about you going through some sort of inner soul growth, soul searching. And it's like you come face to face with the devil. Maybe you realize that you are your own worst enemy. That you understand how you've been sabotaging your own life, your own self. It's like you have some sort of understanding now, and you see someone who's reflecting this. Maybe it took this person to come into your life to show you your darkness here. So even too, let's just say that you're single, but you have a love interest. Whatever they're doing to you is a reflection of what you're doing to them. So it's time for you to, face that and figure out how you want to proceed going forward. However they are, I'm trying to give you another example of what you could be experiencing. So let's just say you have a love interest and they're ignoring you. They aren't paying attention to you. For me, that is something that I feel like you need to turn within yourself. Like there's something within yourself that's being ignored, and that could be still going through some sort of abandonment issues. You might be ignoring the fact that you're still codependent on someone else. Maybe you thought you moved on from your twin flame or from your ex. If so, why you still got their number? Why are you still friends with them on social media? Why do you still have their picture hanging up? Why do you still have their picture in your phone? So there could be a need for you to just keep, like, you might need to throw a few more things in the garbage. There might be a few more things you need to get rid of before someone can fully invest in you. So, God, I feel like I've talked long enough. If you guys, it could be any sign, could be dealing with Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces, or any sign. Let me just briefly, really quickly, look at the Ten of Swords. It's time for you guys to let go of the past. Definitely been clinging on to some sort of illusion. Someone has been misleading you. Someone from your past has been misleading you. If you've been afraid to let go of a job, you need to take that risk and let it go. Like I feel like you've outgrown it. They're never going to give you a promotion. They're never going to give you what you want. They're always going to hold you down. You might need to let go of some friends. This is like crabs in a barrel syndrome. You're trying to climb your way up and they're just going to keep dragging you down. not knocking people who, you know, stay in a neighborhood after coming up, but you might have to leave that neighborhood and just give back a different type of way. But I just kind of feel like you need to release your past, old habits. There's still something that you're holding on to or clinging on to. Yeah, you're coming to some sort of self-realization here. You're coming out of darkness here. Something you're discovering about yourself that kind of puts the nail in a coffin. I also see some sort of secret comes out, or like the cat is out of the bag about something. Could be also dealing with a water sign, so I said Pisces, so Cancer or Scorpio. I also feel like someone is trying to figure out some sort of hidden meaning of something, or something was revealed. There could have been some sort of confession that just left you dead. Like after someone confessed something, you like, I'm dead. Or you got some sort of confirmation. All you needed was that confirmation to leave a past situation. And then I just want to see the Lovers with who you are connecting to. Okay, so we got the Tower. Wow. You're going to be pleasantly surprised at who your soulmate is, who you're being aligned with, the job or career you're being aligned with. This is definitely, see, outside forces at work. Something was intervened, something had to come in a way, something had to stop you, redirect you. There was some sort of detour. Like maybe you thought you were making the right decision, but you've had some sort of detour. Someone I'm not talking about an ex when I say from your past. It just means either someone that you're familiar with disrupts your life, or you see them from a completely different perspective. Or this is if you don't know them in this life, then this is like either a soulmate or that kindred spirit energy. A secret comes out. There's going to be communication because a secret came out. See, it was destined to happen with the Wheel. Everything how it went down was supposed to happen. And I feel like there's a need for you to just go with the flow. Don't be afraid of it. You might be afraid of your future, afraid of this opportunity, but you're being asked to just trust it and go with it. Yeah, it's time for you to let go. Somebody's afraid to let something go. It's like, don't go into the light. Someone is like, I'm afraid to go into the light. Like, no, go into the light. It's okay. The old you is dead. The old identity was dead. See? Some of you had to, it's like you needed to leave behind a third party situation. You need to leave behind someone from your past. You could have been grieving over this person, even if it's not romantic. You know, maybe you've been holding on to, someone who crossed over. You never got over their death. Maybe they came to you in a dream and told you it was okay to let go, or, that they still loved you. Or maybe a loved one came and gave you approval to go start dating again. So, some of you are just really having to start over and knowing that it's okay to start over. Sorry that ran a little long. Let's go ahead and start on deck number 3. I just felt like that was so many important messages coming out. We have the Lovers again. Page of Coins. Death again. Queen of Wands, King of Cups, Six of Cups again. Tower again. Five of Cups. So you guys, I know you guys are, everybody's not watching all three, but oh my God, you might want to. There's a resounding similar message for everybody. It's all, everyone must be going through something similar. So goodness, I think this might be the longest pick a story I've done, because okay, someone is grieving about the past. Someone was stuck in the past. Someone is still grieving at the fact that outside forces came and interrupted and took somebody away from you. Or a job away from you. So someone is grieving over a loss, and I don't mean to sound insensitive, but it's like it had to happen. Like this was a force of nature. These are the laws of nature. It's like it's time to come out of this sunken place, this dark place. It's like someone is a zombie. Someone is just, I don't know, maybe you didn't believe that life, you don't believe that life will be better. You don't believe that you could find a better person. You don't believe that you can experience happiness again. But the Tower is here to tell you that yes, you can. Like, get rid. The Tower is trying to make you get rid of everything that is no longer, you know, helpful or going to help you move forward in life. Like, it has to go. I mean, this can be as mundane as, like, if you don't cut them damn split ends, like, cut that shit off. Somebody needs to start fresh. You need to get rid of that relationship, get rid of that job, get rid of that, what do you call it? Maybe you have to relocate. Or move, get out of that city. Stop trying to look places for stick in that same neighborhood. Get out of the city. Go move. You know, go to a different state or a different country even. I feel like it's time for you to do something big, completely different. You're going to be forced outside of your comfort zone. Someone returned to you unexpectedly, or will be. Again, this is a soulmate. This is someone that you either knew from a past life, or you could have known this person from childhood. It doesn't have to be an ex. So please don't think I'm talking about ex just because I say you know this person. But it just kind of is like, oh yeah, I know you, or I remember you, or yeah, we went to the same school, or we lived in the same building. I remember you. Yeah, also if you're holding on, like if someone passed away, I know everyone's grieving process is different. I just feel like I'm trying to show you tough love and tell you that the universe says, let it go, you know? You're clinging on to something that is no more, or you were. This new energy is trying to come into your life. You're going to love them. Trust that you're going to love this person. Somebody is here to love you. Somebody is going to feel like home. And I just made like a little meme about that on my Instagram, you know, and I said something about, when somebody feels like home, you know, when you come in contact with this person, even if you're like, I'm single, I don't know nobody. To me, this is saying that somebody is going to come or enter into your life, whether it is a brief moment, whether it's going to extend to an eternity. I just feel like you are going to experience love. You're going to have an opportunity to experience what it feels like to just be at peace with somebody, to just be able to relax and hold them and enjoy their company, to have things in common with. You know, it's like, oh, finally a break from the turbulence, finally a break from disappointment. I really feel like that, you know, like you're going to get to experience a break from disappointment here. Now, The Lovers coming out, I feel like there's a need for you too to just trust how this is playing out, because the Lovers is beautiful. As much as I love this card so much in usually every deck, it still speaks of choices. So either there's some sort of conflict in regards to this, where you have to decide, is it this person or that person? Is it this person or this job? Maybe you're facing a moral question. Maybe you're facing personal beliefs. So whatever the case, you know, the Lovers does bring about choices, but you're at a crossroad. And it's just kind of being reiterated about this connection. I see two possible connections as well. Do you choose your soulmate or your twin flame? Do you choose the kindred spirit or your twin flame? I feel like, you know, a twin flame must be in somebody's energy field. I'm not gonna lie, especially mine. You know, it's like that twin flame energy is like coming out a little too often. If you know it was disastrous with your twin flame, but you have a choice between someone new and your twin flame, leave your twin flame alone. Well, I take that back. I'm sorry. That's my choice. You guys might have the opportunity to be with your twin flame. Some people do get to be with their twin flame. I just know for me, I'm not. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm all for meeting a kindred spirit or soulmate. But maybe for some of you that do feel like me, like you don't want to be with your twin flame, maybe they're coming into your life because there's some sort of closure. Maybe, you know, there's been some sort of depression. Maybe they've been sad. Maybe they just need an ear or a shoulder to cry on. It's okay to be there for your twin for that, you know, but it doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship. It's okay to accept that the twin flame relationship is eternal, but, you know, well, the connection, my bad. The connection is eternal, but, you know, just understanding that, hey, but we're not going to be together. Know that. You know, maybe your twin flame, too, that's another thing, is telepathically detecting that you're getting ready to be introduced to a soulmate or a kindred spirit. Maybe they've been dreaming about it and they know something's been telling them like, oh, I feel like they're going to move on. They're going to leave me for good. Maybe I should try one last time. You know, but if your twin flame is not leveled up with you, you know that your paths are just completely different. It's probably going to be the same. So at the most, I would say at least be there for your twin. Maybe they need you. Maybe they're stressed about something. They're sad about something. Maybe they lost someone in their life. And they're just like, I just need to hear from you. So it's okay. Just be there for your twin flame. Yeah, because I see someone kind of crying or being very emotional about something. So just, it's okay. Listen to them. Now, another common theme that I'm picking up is that somebody is, like, if you're entering a new relationship, someone is going through a breakup. Like, they're still stressed over a breakup. And maybe you came into their life at a time where they were still kind of letting go of an ex. For some of you, it could be a rebound. If it's not a rebound, let's just say somebody, you know, because everyone heals differently. And, you know, so I don't know. You know, for some people, it takes 3 months to get over somebody. Some people, it takes a year or longer, you know. So let's just say this person has been broken up for a year or more. It's like they still have not maybe quite let them go. You know, maybe there's still like some hope that something can be worked out, and then here you come into their life unexpectedly, and they're like, this is what I've been missing out on. Oh, this is what it's like when someone actually loves you back. Or, you know, I'm just so grateful to have found this person that I'm connecting to here. I feel like too, someone is making lemonade out of lemons here. Someone is taking the worst parts of their life and found someone who can help them see things better or brighter, or I just feel like everything's going to be okay here. I see like this is like some sort of transformation. This is learning how to make your life better some type of way. You also could be dealing with Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag. So yeah, any of those signs could resonate. Did I say Pisces and Cancer? I feel like I didn't, but yeah, Pisces, Cancer. So it could be any of those energies, but it doesn't have to be, you guys. So don't get too caught up if I didn't mention your sign. I'm trying to see what else I'm getting here. So I feel like your life is getting ready to change. Definitely getting ready to change. Your love life, you're going to be transformed by your love life, or transformed by your passion, whatever it is. If you're very passionate about your career and you just started a new job, something about this job, you're going to undergo some sort of transformation where you come out unrecognizable. If you're making some sort of conscious decision to change your health, it's going to change you forever. You're going to be forever changed by this new diet or this new way of eating, this new lifestyle. If you're uprooting and relocating, it's like everything's going to start coming out different for you. Relationship-wise, though, it does look like there could be some sort of breakup. Maybe everything's changing. Maybe you're realizing that this person isn't for you. I'm getting someone, too, who's very emotional. You could be dealing with someone who's very sensitive, very intuitive, someone who is coming off like an empath. I almost feel like this person can easily start crying. This is like someone who cries when they're happy, cries when they're sad, cries when they're frustrated. Like crying, that's their emotion. Like this person is like, oh, I cry about everything. This is someone who, you know, listening, you're looking at the news and you're listening to someone's story about how this happened, and you know, they went through this and they went through that and they came out successful. You know, this is the person that cries watching A Pursuit of Happiness or listening to personal stories. Or someone who cries when they hear someone singing just so beautifully. They just start crying because they're an empath. You know, this is someone who cannot retain their emotions very well. This is someone who also maybe likes to express themselves through some form of creativity, through art and music. Let me kind of start clarifying some things now. I feel like you're going to be very passionate about somebody, or someone is bringing out someone's going to bring out your inhibitions too. Let's say you're normally a very reserved person. Yeah, you like sex, you like positions, but something about this person is going to bring up something that you didn't know you had within you. You know, maybe you're going to realize that you like S&M. Maybe you're going to realize that you got a little kinkiness in you. Maybe you realize that you're a little sexually fluid. You know, so, and it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you have to do some same-sex stuff if you just feel like, you know, I'm 1,000%, nobody's 1,000% straight, you know. But maybe you might find out someone has a little kink. It's like, I didn't realize that I would like this type of porn. Maybe someone realizes that they have a foot fetish. Or a fetish for some, you know, just something. Someone's going to bring, I feel like someone's sexuality might undergo some sort of transformation because of this person that you meet. Is like, who are you? Well, I never like paid attention to this part of this side of me before, and all of a sudden I get with you and I just turn into a big pervert, you know. So I don't know, someone might be bringing that out of you, or you could be bringing that out of somebody. I'm seeing something in regards to twins too. So either someone could be a twin, or again with the twin flame. Something's ending in regards to either your finances, your health, or your family. Now, this was mentioned in, I think, the first reading. I remember I don't predict deaths, but if someone has recently transitioned, like by the time you're watching this has already happened. You might be receiving some sort of inheritance financially, or it could just be something of value. Maybe it's a family heirloom, like it's being handed down to you. Maybe something belonged to an ancestor, or maybe you are being maybe a gift of intuition, or you know, any type of spiritual gift could be handed down to you. I also see this as the death of, you know, like a family though, like, or your beliefs or your family structure, like the way it was set up. It's like you don't believe in whatever your family believed in no more. So maybe some of you are on a new spiritual path. Something could be happening where your image, there's going to be a major shift in the image or how your family views you. But you're coming out new. I also feel like you're going to have confirmation of something. Confirmation that something ended. So too, if you are, you know, on the internet and you're trying to see if someone is still in a relationship or if they're single, something could be confirmed that they're now single and available, or that they're looking for a husband or a wife. Someone might put that out there, out into the public, and it's like, oh, I guess they broke up from so and so. I also feel like someone is confronting or facing their fears. Something really could have been going on with a fire sign too, I'm getting. I see changes in the workplace and changes in family. Like your family's getting ready to go under some sort of major transformation, or your workplace finances. I also feel like someone's status is changing, or someone's last name is changing. That also could be that someone falls in love and gets married, so it's the end of bachelor life, the end of being single. Let me get a little insight on the lovers, and then we'll go ahead and start closing this out. I also feel someone returning to you after seeing that the grass was not greener on the other side. That's another message that seems like it's been coming up lately. I'm oddly seeing marriage. I'm seeing wedding bells. I see a wedding bell here. I see a wedding bell. I see wedding rings. Someone's gonna miss you when they're gone, when you're gone. It's almost like too little, too late. Someone's losing you. Someone's crying over losing you. Now, hopefully you not crying over losing somebody. It could, because it could go the other way around. Like you find out that someone got married. What's that old Vesta song? Congratulations. I hope you're happy. Standing there with you. That song was so sad back in the day. But yeah, hopefully you're not, this trying to, and then that other taboo situation keep coming out too, where something in regards to extended family keeps popping up, or like an in-law, like falling in love with an in-law. Six of Cups, somebody is a soulmate. Your soulmate is not who you thought it was going to be. Your soulmate could be someone who is very close to you. Closer than you thought. So I feel something is starting off in secret, or there's a secret hidden attraction to this person. Maybe there was some sort of confusion, like why, you know, this is taboo. I shouldn't be feeling like this for this person. So whoever you're falling in love with in a love situation is taboo. Whatever job occupation you're moving towards is taboo. I also feel like something in regards to secret desires, or like someone may be confessing something in regards to their sexual past, their sexuality. Someone may be talking about that, and maybe everybody doesn't know about it, but you feel like you could trust this person. You're like, I could share this with you. I know you're the only person that can understand that this has happened, or that I tried this, or that, you know, so someone may be sharing something with you in regards to their sexuality. But for the most part too, I feel, oh my God, yeah, somebody's falling in love. I'm sorry. I know you guys are like, I'm single, I don't know nobody. I see you meeting up with somebody coming into the picture. Maybe even more than one option here with all these cups. You're going to need to pull back, because you're going to be also extremely attracted. This is also temptation. Whoever you're falling in love with is like temptation. It's like a no-no. But you guys are like, hey, we found each other. Now that you found love, what are we gonna do? Wow. There's a confession coming out too. If someone was hiding how they felt about you, they were struggling, they're going to tell you. Now I do one more thing, say, for those of you that start getting scared about all this love and babies and pregnancies, there also could be, something is part of your journey, it's part of your destiny. You're moving on, you're letting go, you're shedding old skin. Those of you that are afraid about babies and stuff, like, this is the birth of a new you, a new life. Your life is getting ready to change. It's not going to be the same, either because of this new love or this new career. It's just not going to be the same. You guys have to report back to me, because this whole pick a story this week was just too profound. All these majors coming out and too juicy. Tower coming out so much. So I'm done. Hope this helps. Thank you guys for watching. Many blessings to you.